Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about the traps beginners fall into when they first start the gym. Now, I'm actually doing this video because I came across, this issue myself personally, and I've actually found out a lot of other people have. I was talking to my friend in the gym today, and he was actually saying to me about how much better he feels having gone down like this natural route that we both actually preach it, like just getting in the sun, lifting weights, eating naturally. And he was saying about how much that had helped him in comparison to like this typical like gym bro, like when you first start like eating protein pancakes for breakfast that you've got off of some influencer, right? And I just want to disclose, just because somebody looks the way you want to look or does something doesn't mean it's necessarily correct for you. A lot of misinformation out there about the gym, what's healthy and what's not, nutrition. And I'm going to clear up some of those myths and kind of talking points today that I struggled with personally. So when I first started out in the gym, or started out trying to bulk, should I say, because that's what every guy tries doing. A lot of us anyway, we start off skinny lads, and we're trying to put on muscle. And we think the best way to do that is through processed whey powders that are absolutely messing up your gut, and putting that in with a load of yogurt, oats, milk, all this stuff that's like literally just ruining you from the inside out. Whereas actually, if you add some good quality foods that you literally, like Rich Piana said this really well, like food beats protein shakes and whey protein, all these supplements and stuff. Eat real food before you come to me about whey protein, because he knew like how much better it was. Like your body processes it better. You don't get all this acne, you don't get all this gut irritation, you don't get all this eczema like I did. And yeah, that's a common trap people fall into, is just having a load of stuff that's just put on to them, I guess, by clever marketing and that kind of thing. But yeah, there's no reason for you to do that, in my opinion. You can bulk through, don't get me wrong, liquid calories can be good, but just put stuff in there that you know you can handle and you know won't irritate you. Just do what you can handle. Don't force feed yourself some stuff that's clearly messing you up like I did. It's just pointless. You can still get big other ways, and you don't need to bulk stupid amounts either. Your body don't get me wrong, bulking more at the start is helpful when you have those like newbie gains, they're called, where in the first period or your first year of going to the gym, you put on the most size, which is just your body's reaction, like, oh my god, training, holy shit, this we need to grow, we need to get bigger and stronger, right? And that obviously decreases gradually throughout the years you train. I say like you're on year 5, obviously you're not going to make nearly as much progress as year 1. You're still going to make incremental progress, especially if you're structuring your training correctly. But my point is, you won't make nearly as much progress as someone who's just started, which is just the human body working how it works. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you could be doing that you're not most likely, in terms of just sticking to natural foods, eating 3 meals a day, but eating good high quality proteins, and that is going to build you more muscle and do more good for your body, especially when you're growing as well. Like all these, like, everyone wants these like tips and tricks, and just sticking to the conventional stuff is literally the method. The long way is the good way. The long way is the easy way. Do you know what I mean? There's no quick fix. I'd say another thing would be bro splits is another one. Now, you can do these if you want, but I don't think you'll make as much progress. It's completely up to you though. Just train, obviously train how you want to train if you find it fun, or if you want to make progress. But yeah, especially as a natural, those are harder to progress on. And a lot of guys are like, oh, let's train arms and all this stuff. But the people that are doing that, like actually putting that in their programming, are on steroids and are on gear. And as a natural, I don't think it's as beneficial for you. Yeah, I don't believe you'll make as much progress personally. I don't, but I mean, it may work more for some people. That's just my personal experience. I'd say another thing would be fearing cardio, fearing like steps, running, that kind of thing. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're doing marathons or 10-mile runs every day, that will have a bit of a, not detriment, but it can slow down your muscle gaining processes purely because I don't think you'll reenact those It's hard to bulk or hard to put on muscle when you're running 10 miles a day because you're losing so many calories, is my point. But if you're just running or doing steps and stuff, you're actually just going to stay lean and most likely still put on muscle. So there's nothing wrong with doing cardio to an extent. But yeah, as I say, it's a bit different if you're doing like really intense endurance stuff, but most people aren't. So yeah, don't be afraid of cardio, because also you don't want to be overweight and you don't want to bulk too much to the point where you're dissatisfied with how you look and you're not making as much progress as you thought you would be. And it's pointless because all you're going to want to do is cut down. So yeah, people can bulk, and I've bulked before and it's been helpful and I've put on muscle, but don't overdo it. There's balance to these things. Like I say, like balance and sustainable methods of doing things. Another thing would be getting obsessed with calories as a teenager. I don't think that's very healthy. I don't think it's very healthy for anyone to get obsessed with calories long term. Maybe short term if you're pursuing a fat loss goal or you're pursuing a muscle gaining goal. But I've never tracked calories because I've always made progress without doing so. And I know I've learned over time how my body reacts and roughly what's what. So I don't need to. And I don't think it's necessary. I think people know if they're making enough progress or not, but I've always weighed myself. Maybe that's a different measurement of doing things or way of doing things. But yeah, I don't think getting obsessed with calories is the correct way to go, because that's, again, not sustainable. So yeah, some people may disagree with me on that, and that's fine. But yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be tracking their calories long term, to be honest with you. Nobody's going to be bringing a scale with them to a restaurant. Like, yeah. So yeah, what else? What else do I fall into? Oh yeah, I've mentioned this in another video, but asking for spotters. Ask for a spotter, man. Ask for spotters on your big lifts. I've nearly died on some lifts. Not died, but yeah, not been good. Like, yeah, if you're going to failure or you're really hitting hard, especially like legs or like a free squat, and you haven't got, like, have safety pins there either side, but also have someone helping you to catch the bar, or if you want to evacuate, and get good at that. Get good at keeping yourself safe, because yeah, a lot of newbies when it comes to the gym, they feel scared to ask people certain things. Like, ask questions, man. This is so stereotypical, but the big guy in the gym is usually the nicest guy. It's very true. Very true a lot of the time, man. So ask questions, ask people questions, ask for a spot, ask for tips, ask for advice, do all that stuff, man, especially as a beginner, because you'll make more progress that way, because people are more inclined to help you, and then you just made a friend as well. Why not? He may know a lot about the gym and give you loads of advice. May suggest what to eat, how to look like him. Do you know what I mean? Things connect and things work well when you're curious and go out of your way. So yeah, keep ticking over, keep doing the things that work for you. I think what I love about health and fitness is it's very individualistic. That's why I'm saying what's worked for me, because what works for me might not work for someone else. Like, I don't really have, like, dairy, for example, that much. I have raw cheese, but I don't really have dairy because of my eczema, whereas dairy might work really well for someone else and they might love it and they might feel great on it. So yeah, that's another thing, individualistic. So it's not a one size fits all approach, but there are general rules which you can stick to which work for most people on a general average basis. So that's good. What else? Technique. Woo! Technique comes over time. Don't be stressed too much about your technique. Try and do the right form, obviously, and be safe. But yeah, technique comes over time, man. I think sticking to machines maybe early on is a good shout. But But also, like, get yourself used to free weights, get your core strong, try different exercises. But yeah, just do them gradually and do them within your weight. Don't go overboard with them straight away. Get used to the exercise, own it, and kind of know what you're doing and what cues to do. And like, if you're doing like a Zercher squat, have your thumbs out, and just little cues like that you can learn. All those things add up and allow you to move more weight and get better at that movement over time anyway. So don't stress about it. It's more about putting in clean reps and good reps, and that's how you make progress in the first place. So especially when you're a beginner anyway, you can look at a weight and build muscle. Yeah, that's so true. What else? Energy drinks is another one nowadays. Like, I have quite a bit of coffee a day, to be fair. I have 2 to 3 cups of coffee, maybe even more than that sometimes, rarely more than that. But just be careful getting hooked on pre-workout, energy drinks, caffeine, coffee, that kind of thing. Don't get me wrong, coffee's natural, that's why I have it. Coffee's natural, especially like some really good forms can be really good for you. But also, like, a lot of products have things in them that you don't even realise they have in them. They mess with your gut, they mess with how you think throughout the day. Some of them improve it, but it depends on, again, it depends on the product. So just be careful is what I'm saying. Be careful with how many energy drinks you're having. Focus more on your sleep and your diet and your weights routine and exercise routine. That's what's going to give you the most energy. And then play around with those things in the process, obviously, if that's what you want to do. Another thing is... What is another thing? I guess this links to what I said before, but just like, don't focus too much on the products and these extra bits. Just focus on the nutrition, food, whatever. Training, sleep, just the basic stuff, because that's what gives you the foundation to then compound incrementally and add on these little extras that will give you that 1% extra, like creatine, for example. Creatine is really good. Most researched supplement in the entire world. And I made a video on that the other day if you want to go check that out. There you go, little plug. But yeah, you should focus on the basic things to build that kind of foundation and then build up from there, because that's what works best. It's just true. May sound boring, or it may sound hard, but it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple, and the process works best that way in my experience. It may sound a bit strict and daddish and whatever, but it's just what's worked for me as well. I'm just giving you guys what's worked for me, my personal story, and that kind of thing. Yeah, processed foods, try and stay off of them as much as possible, because they just nuke your test levels or testosterone levels. I'll make a separate video on testosterone levels because I believe that's very important, and I'll scale out the ways I've done that in order to get the highest testosterone naturally I can, or possible, however you want to put it. But avoid processed food as much as you can, because yeah, not very good for you, and it's way too normalised in my opinion, and that's why so many people feel like crap now. So yeah, try and stick to natural single ingredient whole foods, and you will be thinking, feeling and acting way better. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully I've cleared up a few things that beginners may struggle with in the gym, and yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed that, and I shall see you later.